Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3, and this is our Takeover, NXT Takeover in your house pay-per-view roundtable. I am here with the connoisseur of all reporting, Mr. Romeo Anthony Colon.
What's up, fellas? This is wonderful. I'm so honored. Look at who we have here. Wow, this is great.
It's like co-host mania.
Co-host mania.
We got the host or the co-host of Joints and Jabronis, Blunt Impact, and Wednesday Night Warriors. The only man that's on more shows than me, Mr. Chris G.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mary Jane is about to join us in a few minutes.
Oh, the lovely, the beautiful Mary Jane. And then we have the returning, the Edge in the Royal Rumble 2020. He is back after 9 years off. This is the host of Ness XP, Pot Heel, True Heel, Ness.
What up? What's going on, guys? Honored to be here with my boys, reviewing some great wrestling, and hope everybody enjoys what we're about to bring to the table, the round table, so to speak.
Yeah, and you're at a round table, so that's our.
Yeah, I really am. I am at a round table.
Love it. So before we get into anything with NXT TakeOver in your house, this is a reminder to you watching right now. Push that like button, give us a thumbs up, make sure we know that you enjoyed these pay-per-view roundtables. They've been getting a lot of support, a lot of views for our previous ones for Money in the Bank, as well as AEW Double or Nothing. You could check out that playlist as well. And, of course, push the iCard down at the bottom to subscribe and push the bell to stay notified for more content right here on True Hill Heat. So we are welcoming back Ness. We got the Wednesday Night Warriors here. I'm the odd man out. I don't do anything involving NXT usually. So you guys got to take the reins here. But we got our quarterback, the connoisseur of all reporting, Romeo. Take it away.
By the way, nice haircut, Sid. Must be nice.
Thank you. Yes. My pro has gone away. A shout out if you can, Romeo, when you edit this, my nephew. It's at MixxyB, MIXXYB. He does haircuts. He does photography. He DJs. So hit him up on the IG, and he will give you whatever you need. He doesn't view New York City very often, but maybe he could visit Ness in Philly. He's in New Jersey. He's pretty close.
Oh, yeah. That's close enough.
Let's talk about this in your house intro. They did the old school logo with the NXT version. Todd Pettengill. Wow.
Mr. In Your House.
I thought that was Shawn Michaels.
Well, Shawn Michaels had the best matches at In Your House, but if there's one person that's synonymous with In Your House, I think it's Todd Pettengill.
We had a band performance from Code Orange. I don't know if you have any Code Orange fans in this roundtable.
Yeah, I only know like two of their songs.
I don't even know.
The Fiend song?
Yeah, that's one of them.
We had Code Orange doing their performance, and then they zoom out of their performance, and we see the stage. It's a house. It's in your house.
One of the best parts of this whole entire show was the stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good to see that.
It was actually a dope set. Really dope set.
And I was nervous they weren't going to do that. I was nervous they were going to put a house on this video screen or something and pretend. What did you think of Todd Pettengill throughout the show? Let's talk about that now. He had a bunch of skits.
I said on the live stream during Takeover in Your House, Todd Pettengill looked like he's done years and years of drugs and alcohol, and he's late on alimony checks.
Yeah, it was a good mixture of old and new. You know, like they kept that vintage In Your House feel, but it had that modern NXT feel at the same time. So it was a good job on combining both. Of course, with the set, and Todd Pettengill does look like he gambles his rent in Vegas every 3 or 4 months. And just chills with shades by the slot machines and fucking tells the chick, "Get me another drink, you whore."
The opening match was the women's 6-man tag, Shotzi, Mia, Tegan versus Dakota, Raquel, and Candice. The match ends with Dakota accidentally taking her bodyguard, Raquel, and Tegan Knox gets the pin on Dakota. 9 minutes, 48 seconds.
This match, there was just something off about this match from the very beginning. Like Mia Yim does like a stutter step tope sudacita where she like and then backed up and then did it again and then only hit one of the girls and only made Raquel Gonzalez stumble. Then Mia Yim and Candice LeRae that was the most forced two people brawling off into the backstage that I ever seen in my life. That was just so forced. Like literally, it was like Mia was like, "Come on, let's go back here. Like we gotta get away before the finish. Come on." Like it was just something very off about this match to me.
It was a clusterfuck, but that was to be expected. Not too many like amazing multi tag team person matches that, well, as far as like the women goes, we don't get too many of those that like blow us out of the water. But I agree, there was like a lot of like stutter steps, especially with Mia Yim. And just like at one point, it was just like everybody was trying to do something at a point where somebody else probably should have taken the reins, but I don't know. It was to be expected. I wasn't expecting that to be like anything spectacular. But then when it started like breaking down, when all the competitors started getting into the match, that's where you see that like maybe some people should have sat out of the spots and stuff like that. But I wasn't expecting anything amazing, so I pretty much got what I was expecting out of that match.
I thought it was the wrong match to open up. And it was sloppy, but it cleaned up towards the end, besides the little brawl to the backstage. But, I guess the best thing about this match is that it doesn't really feel like a blow-off match between any of the feuds that were happening, like between Shotzi and Raquel, Tegan, Dakota, of course, Mia and Candice. That's not blown off. So I guess, it was good for what it was, even though it was a little sloppy in the beginning. I just don't think it should have started off NXT in your house.
I gave this 1.5 stars.
I gave it 1 3/4 stars.
I just gave it a 1.
I gave it a they could have done better. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know how to give a 5-star rating. So I'm not.
He's giving the Marcus Cash star ratings.
So fucks with it or not.
More equipped than I am when it comes to that. So when it comes to the ratings, I got it. Don't worry.
The next match would have been a stellar opening match. Maybe they should have put that first. Finn Balor versus the Master of the Crossroads, Damian Priest.
Jesus Christ.
He's been losing so much. I see that Live Forever on the Titantron. It should say Lose Forever, in my opinion. Damian Priest looks like he asked Natalya where she shops at. Those pants were an eyesore. Awesome little Razor's Edge on the apron from Priest to Balor. Balor kicks out. Razor Ramon is wondering why that's not the finish.
Rolling over in his grave.
That bump that Priest took from the apron with his back to the outside on steel steps. You heard it. Go splat.
The edge of the steel steps.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That was rough.
After that, Finn Balor gets Damian back in the ring. Hits the coup de grace. This is Finn's 11th takeover win. I did not know that. That's a record. Finn wins in 13 minutes, 4 seconds. I thought this was a solid performance from Damian Priest. What did you guys think about this match?
I like this match. It was a lot of back and forth action. What I really like about the whole idea of this match is obviously we knew that, Finn had or was like planning on doing something with Walter. Obviously, we can't do that at the moment with everything going on in the world. So
I completely forgot about that. Thanks for
so like they gave him something to keep him occupied while pushing Damian Priest at the same time, giving him something to do, not just after his feud with Keith Lee and just letting it go to the wayside. They're actually keeping him active, so the fans that he potentially had, you don't have to put him off to the side and have them forgetting about him. Just keep them rolling. But I really like the match, the fact that they both got to go out there and show their strengths. And I pretty much think that was one of the better matches on the card of the night. I agree with the finish, again, because Finn was on a roll. He needs to keep his momentum because they're probably still going to push him into the NXT UK title. And, you don't want to do that with him looking weak, taking losses and things like that. And Damian Priest, he can bounce back from a loss regardless of, how many he takes and who's it to. He lost to Keith Lee and lost to Finn Balor. Those are like two OP guys in the NXT status. So taking a loss to them doesn't hurt you at all. So I was a fan of the match. I gave it a 3.5, like that, around there.
That's fair. I gave it the same thing. I gave it 3.5 stars. I think it was a star-making type of performance for Damian Priest, and he's the type of guy. He very much reminds me of Baron Corbin in NXT, where he's not gonna be built up to get the success that we expect for him in NXT. This is all about grooming him for main roster success.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. Obviously, you got to keep Finn strong, so that was the choice. I said Finn was going to win the whole way, but I was glad to see that they gave Damian Priest the time, and they allowed him to show what he can do, because he gets better every week. Like, he's one of those guys that every week he just shows more and more. Like, guys like us, we know what he's capable of already, but I'm so happy that now a broader audience is starting to get eyes on him. So, like you guys said, the loss doesn't hurt him. He's kind of built like Baron Corbin, but he's better than Baron Corbin because he's more athletic. He works a lot better, so it's just, I'm excited to see what's going on. I gave this match this is dope, and it kept me interested. So it was, I'm happy. It was a good match. It was definitely one of the better matches of the night, and it should have definitely started. I think this is the match that needed to start the show. But with no fans, it's a different dynamic. So, it's cool.
I kind of didn't want this match to end when it did. I thought they could have kept going. I really enjoyed the chemistry between these two. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. I also gave it 3.5 stars. Next up, for the North American Championship, Johnny Gargano, Mr. Takeover, in my opinion, versus Keith Lee. And Keith Lee had the Black Lives Matter gear, which means he's definitely winning. He's not going to lose with that on. I could not see it happening.
Can you imagine if he... Oh, no.
Why didn't he have, like, all lives matter underneath the Black Lives Matter like he did on Twitter? Oh, too soon. My bad. Too soon. Go ahead.
It was a nice little spot where they were near the set and you could see through the keyhole, little house camera, and Keith Lee was messing with Johnny Gargano.
Johnny with the entrance of the night, by the way.
You think so?
Coming from his house, like, they seamlessly edited that where the video package fed into his entrance first, and then he comes out his house. He looks at a picture of vintage in your house Doc Hendricks, and he's like, and he turns the temperature in his house to 60 degrees before he leaves out because he's a smart man. And he made sure to lock up his house before he left it away.
Keith Lee pounce from Johnny Gargano into the plexiglass. That was a hockey spot.
I was like, the Damian Priest bump on the stairs only lasted one match as the spot of the night.
I automatically thought of the Boys in the Hood. Y'all want to see a dead body?
Johnny Gargano eventually uses the key once again into Keith Lee's face. He hits the one final beat for a good near fall. Keith Lee eventually hits 2 spirit bombs and the Big Bang Catastrophe to win in 20 minutes, 49 seconds. I gave this 4 stars.
Yeah, I gave it that's what I gave it, 4 stars. I'm going to be honest. That was the Black Lives Matter match. Because, like, everything I'm going to get out of this match, like, you got the white guy kicking the black guy's ass at one point, doing all types of sneaky, underhanded shit to him. Come on now, like. I get it. Then they had Mia Yim come out in the Central Park 5 shirt, and I'm just like I get it. Trust me, please. Like, I'm not trying to shit on this at all. I'm just like seeing it from whatever is going on in the world right now through the eyes of a wrestling fan as well. So it's just like it was kind of gimmicky, but I can appreciate it. I don't know how to really like put it into words, but yeah, Keith Lee definitely wasn't losing. But all that shit, if he would have lost, bro, niggas would be running up to fucking Stanford right now, like just trying to burn shit down even more with some Seth Rollins shit. Overall, it was a good match. It had a nice quote unquote storytelling to it, so I appreciate it for the realness and for the athletic ability that both these two men displayed in the ring.
I gave this match a holy shit, finally, because WWE actually continued a storyline and let a match develop that story even further. You know, with the whole key in the eye and key in the hand. And these guys did a good job of selling both of the injury. It was a really good match. Nice, it was well paced. I can't complain. The pounce through the glass was definitely the best spot of the night. Well, maybe one of the best, arguably the best spot of the night. So I enjoyed the shit out of it. I have no complaints.
I was very much interested in this match. I was looking forward to it. I expected it to be a great match, but it definitely met my expectations, but it also surprised me at the same time because Johnny Gargano was able to play a very effective chicken shit heel, very sneaky, using the key, even though I'm still going to say Keith Lee is the worst sell of an eye I've ever seen in my life. Literally, on NXT tonight, literally Santana and Jon Moxley need to make a tape on how to sell eye injuries to Keith Lee because Keith Lee don't know how to sell no eye injury. He literally sells it for 15 seconds and he's right back to normal. But I really
Keith Lee is too woke to be selling eye injuries.
I guess so. But I really enjoyed this matchup. Both guys showed out. Great performance by both guys. I liked the little interlude with Mia Yim and Candice LeRae. I also gave this match 4 stars.
So the entire NXT roster that's in the crowd, they all scramble to the back to the parking lot to get in their cars. They park their cars very nicely in a circle around the ring that's set up outside. Very nice and record speed.
Yeah, because this wasn't taped. This was not. Nope.
The NXT Championship is on the line. A backlot brawl. Adam Cole, baby, versus the Velveteen Dream. If Dream loses, he can never challenge for the NXT Championship as long as Adam Cole has it. And Adam Cole arrives in what seems like a monster truck, Undisputed Era style. I thought this was going to be Machine versus Machine. I have not watched Halloween Havoc yet, 1995, when the Giant and Hulk Hogan did it. I was like, wow, oh my goodness, it's like history repeating itself, WCW style.
I thought Dream was going to pull up in a purple monster truck.
That's what I thought too. But Velveteen Dream pulls up in a yellow Lambo. I guess they were out of purple to rent for the day. I don't know. And he's also got some, for you Walking Dead fans out there, some Negan gear. He's got the baseball bat, minus the barbed wire. Undisputed Era eventually interfere. Adam Cole is dropped from a ladder to the windshield. We get color, as Matt Hardy says it, blood. Dexter Lumis appears from under the ring, attacks Undisputed Era, and then kidnaps them. Adam Cole eventually kicks out of a Dream Valley Driver and a Purple Rainmaker. There's a bunch of chairs in the middle of the ring. I should mention that. Dream talks shit to Cole. He sends Dream over. I thought Dream was going to win here, but Cole with the low blow and eventually the Panama Sunrise into a pile of steel chairs. This match, this backlot brawl, goes 15 minutes, 23 seconds. Adam Cole is still your NXT champion for more than a year.
I know why this didn't happen, but I'm just gonna talk about it anyway. When Adam Cole jumps into the car trying to get away from Dream, I think it was me being critical. I'm waiting for Dream to smash the fucking windows on the car. I get why he didn't do it, but I'm just like, why the fuck are you hitting the hood of the car and the top of the car and the sides and the doors and shit? Smash the fucking windows. You're trying to beat this guy. You're trying to hurt him. You want to hurt him. Smash the fucking windows. You don't care about his safety. But obviously, in the back of my mind, I'm like, wait a minute, he does care about his safety. This isn't. It's cinematic, but it's like it's still like some live shit. So that was like one of the only little gripes that I've had, but you know that's not a big gripe to have. But overall, I enjoyed the match. The cinematic versions of matches seem to be, or going on to seem to be like in every pay-per-view type of thing for WWE now, because I think that's pretty much what's been going on. They have like at least one. Not opposed to it as long as I find it entertaining. I found this entertaining.
I honestly, I thought it was the weakest out of all the cinematic matches we've seen so far from WWE. Like, it was good. I don't know. Maybe I expected too much. I just thought it could have been like a little bit more creative, like on Dream's end. But at the same time, like that spot is true. Like, and they could have pulled that spot off where they could have hit the windows and shit like that. Because they had to make it. You got to make that shit feel personal, man. There's no way they could have not did that spot in a safe manner. You know what I mean? I understand why Dream loses. He's probably going to be in the main roster sooner or later with all the rumors going around. So it makes sense. He's not the guy to take off Adam Cole as champion. It's cool. But I don't know. Maybe I just expected a little too much, I guess. I just thought it wasn't weak. It was entertaining. All the cinematic matches have been entertaining. But it just wasn't the best one for me.
It was fun, in my opinion. It wasn't as good as the Boneyard match. It wasn't as funny as Money in the Bank or as creative as the Firefly Funhouse, but I think it blew away the One Final Beat. One Final Beat was a little bit too serious, while this did not go too heavy-handed on the seriousness. So I did enjoy it for that. I thought it was ridiculous that they tried to open doors on the obvious play set that they had with the buildings. The buildings did not look like they were real. They looked like they were a set in a play. And Dream was about to do Singing in the Rain or some shit like that. And they were trying to open the doors, and I was like, what the hell is going on here at first? And then as soon as Undisputed Era got involved, it got a little bit more entertaining. You had the bump on the windshield, which was fun. I was just waiting for Dexter. I was like, where's Creepy Miss Creepster? Where's Dexter Loomis? Where is Miss Chrissy Love's favorite NXT superstar? And of course, he came from under the ring, so I enjoyed that. I gave this match 3 stars.
Honestly, in my opinion, this didn't feel like a cinematic match to me as far as in comparison to all the other matches you mentioned. I treated it as like a hardcore match that was taped. You know, they weren't trying to do anything, in my opinion, that was on the level of the Boneyard match or the Firefly Funhouse or the Money in the Bank or the One Final Beat. How dare you say this match was better than One Final Beat?
It was. Literally no one has talked about One Final Beat for you. Literally no one has talked about that match since it happened. Like, people want to forget it happened.
That is the last match that I actually shed tears for. They had me crying at the end. We're getting off track here. But basically, yeah, I didn't really consider it a cinematic match on the level that you guys did. But I did enjoy it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I have some burning questions for you. Chris G touched on it a little bit. I want to know what you guys think is next for both Velveteen Dream and Adam Cole.
So I'm going to start off with Adam Cole because it's...
You already gave your opinion on Velveteen Dream.
Yeah. Well,
main roster?
He's probably going to... I could see him on SmackDown.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
They need some diversity on SmackDown, you know what I mean? So they need something different. So I could see him on SmackDown. What Vince decides to do with him, where his future lies, that's, it is purely dependent on what happens when he gets to the main roster. But Adam Cole, he hasn't resigned yet. Not that I know of. You know what I mean? So shit is up in the air. You never know if he's holding the belt until when's the next crazy pay-per-view. His contract's up in August, SummerSlam time maybe. You know what I mean? We never know. He got
Now,
friends.
SPC, there are disputed reports out there that he has resigned, or is that rumors?
Raja online, he's the one that reported that Adam Cole re-signed last year when he had 1 year left on his deal, and he signed a new 3-year deal. But there's been a lot of conflicting reports because a lot of that also doesn't make sense because everyone who re-signed in 2019 signed 5-year deals. So there's a lot of confusion on if he did re-sign, if he didn't. If he did last year, one, I'm happy for him, but two, I think he's an idiot because he's one of the main guys that can just put that little flag of AEW and WWE's face and get a huge money deal from WWE. So if he did not try to push this off until his final year with the company where they'd be desperate to re-sign him, I think it was very unwise of him to re-sign last year, if that's true. But like Christy, I see for Adam Cole, I see him losing the title SummerSlam weekend. And I think the next in line, the guy is Finn Balor. But I think Finn Balor is just going to be a transitional champion. And we'll talk about who he's going to transition that title to next. But talking about Velveteen Dream, I think that it is time for him to get called up. I thought that his whole entire return, his run since his return, he's been very off. He's been very rusty. But I feel like tonight was his best performance since his return. But I was honestly surprised because it seemed like NXT was going to force Velveteen Dream to be the next NXT champion. So when Cole hit that Panorama Sunrise on all the stack of chairs, I was ready for Dream to kick out. But I was also upset with the fact that I thought Dream was going to kick out because I was like, he's going to kick out of a Panama Sunrise on a stack of chairs? Like, are you kidding me? And then when he got to 1, 2, 3, I was like, oh, yeah, cool. All right, cool. That's great. I was happy.
Ness?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with Dream. I'm gonna go agree with Chris and Sid. I believe if he does get called up sometime soon, that SmackDown would be a better fit for him. I feel as though they'll let him have a little bit more, not free range, but he can be more of himself on SmackDown than the micromanaged element of Raw. Also, with Adam Cole. Again, I see him being champ for a while. At the moment, I personally don't see anybody who can take it off him at the moment, So like Sid says, around SummerSlam weekend, it's like, what, a couple months from now, like 3 months. So that gives enough time to build up someone. 3 months is a long time, but they fucked that up, just fucked up all over. So, but at the moment, Cole's the guy, And I agree. I like the fact that they didn't force, again, with everything going on, I like they didn't try to force that into it as well. And Dream wasn't the guy to go over Cole. Like, we all can agree on that. So we're at the moment, I don't know who it could be, but we'll wait and see.
Could it be the man who wins the next match? Killer Cross versus Tomasso, Ciampa, and
Carrion.
Oh, that's right. It's a habit. Everyone's doing it. I'm not the only one.
Nope.
Cross works Ciampa's neck. Ciampa gets a nice widow's wail. Oh my God, that looked painful. Cross with a modified F5, and then the cross jacket. This match only went 6 minutes, 17 seconds. Wow. What a pay-per-view debut match for Karrion Kross.
To quote the great former Intercontinental Champion Ezekiel Jackson's old theme song, this here is what we call domination. That was a squash. That was one of the rare.
Did you just quote Ezekiel Jackson?
His theme song. His theme song was called Domination. This here is what we call domination. Yes, that was domination by Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross looked like a star. He presented himself like a star. He worked like a star, and he went out there and destroyed and arguably the greatest NXT champion of all time, one of the pillars, one of the pioneers of NXT, one of the guys that put it on the map in Tomasso Ciampa. I love the fact that Ciampa did the honors for Karrion Kross and really put him over. He sold like a champ out there and made Karrion Kross look like a star. Scarlett Bordeaux, oh my God, she looked like all those female villains in the James Bond films. Like she was just her whole attire. She had the attire of the night outside of the three ladies in the main event. That
By
definitely.
the way, there's a brand new Scarlett Bordeaux appreciation thread in the group True Heels made by yours truly. You're welcome. Please enjoy. Please comment.
Love you for that. Love you for that. But yes, he looked like a star. If I'm gonna rate this as a match, I would give it like 2.5, 2 3/4, because it wasn't much of a match. It was just a dominant performance. But when it comes to squash matches and making someone look like a star, this was 5 stars.
I almost didn't want to rank it because how short it was. I gave it 2 stars if I have to rank it. Go ahead, Ness.
Yeah, it's pretty much what I was gonna say. Like, if we have to rank it and rate it, it sucks that it had to be at the expense of Ciampa. But again, that's another person who can win, lose, and his fan base isn't gonna be affected by it at all. And the fact that he put over Kross in the pay-per-view, which is great. He needs that. Obviously, he's not going to take the loss. His first NXT Takeover, like, he's definitely not going to. He just debuted. All this fanfare behind him.
Brody Lee did it.
Loss. Well, that's a whole nother. Look, man, don't bait me into this. Don't try to bait me into this. Don't try to bait me into it. And yeah, exactly.
Brian Cage might do it too. Oh, sorry. Let's not talk.
This guy. Oh my God, this guy. I give match 2. Squash. Nothing really. To extremely rave about, but again, the dominant performance. Kross needs it. Hopefully, this catapults him on. I don't want them to force him into anything at the moment. Like, he's dominant in his performance, but they can wait. Again, I like actually how that you mentioned Brody Lee and Brian Cage, because as soon as these guys debuted, they're already put into title matches, and everybody that are really huge fans of them, they will want them to win title matches. But obviously, these guys are just debuting, so they're not gonna win. Or one hasn't, the other one we don't know yet. So just let them build, let them get the validity behind them, and then let's see where we go as far as title matches are concerned.
Yeah, I rated this match exactly because it is exactly what needed to be done. Listen, Karrion Kross, because it is a fucking habit.
It's not just
yeah.
But Karrion Kross has been one of the most underrated performers for the last 4 or 5 years. Easy, maybe, on any platform, whether it's Impact, Lucha Underground, he has been really good. So I'm happy to see him. Like Ness said, I hate that it was against Ciampa, but it was perfect because Ciampa's a guy that could sell for him. Ciampa's a guy that the people love, so you can get a little actual heat on Kross for beating the shit out of him, And Scarlett is one of God's gifts to Earth, one of many. You know what I mean? But you get wrong. I was happy with the outcome. It was what needed to be done. And Ciampa, nothing's wrong with Ciampa. Ciampa actually, I think he might get called up too. You never know. I think he's more hip to the idea.
I doubt it because Ciampa's just been so against getting called up, it seems. But I don't know who Karrion Kross goes against next. But my prediction is that Balor and Cole will be the main event for the TakeOver SummerSlam weekend. Balor's going to win back the NXT title, become the third ever two-time NXT champion, and then probably the next following Wednesday or a month, or it's going to be a very short reign, Karrion Kross will take the title off of Finn Balor.
Real quickly, fellas, just raise your hand if you agree with me, or just leave your hand down if you don't. I think this was chapter 1 of a long feud between Kross and Ciampa.
I can see that.
Yeah, I don't, maybe not long, but I don't think they're finished.
At least until SummerSlam or so.
Yeah, I could see them coming back to that, especially after Kross wins the title. But I see.
We didn't get that match that I was looking forward to tonight. I thought this was going to be a match of the night candidate.
I knew it wasn't. I even told that to Josh. Josh was perfect with his predictions from True Hill Heat 77. But I said this.
Right. We don't gotta go through all that.
but
bring that up on True Hill Heat.
But I did say, I was like, I don't see this match. He said this is the match he was looking forward to most, and I was like, I don't see this match being a great match because it didn't need to be a great match. It needed to be a great performance by Kross, and that's what it was.
Still owe me because I want to see them go. Main event time, and it is the women main eventing triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, and the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Wow. A lot of action in this match. Well done all around. That natural selection that Charlotte missed wide right. I saw you on the stream.
Yo, I was like,
she missed it so that Rhea could get her arm. And
I get it, but like she was just off. like Rhea's here. How did you land here? Like
one of the 3 spots of the night. Io Shirai goes to the top of the house set and does a diving cross. I was expecting a moonsault, but I can accept a diving crossbody. That's fine. At least that way you could get caught. Nobody will refuse to catch you. The ending of the match comes when Charlotte Flair has the figure 8 on Rhea Ripley, and Io Shirai delivers a moonsault that kind of hits Rhea Ripley square in the head.
She landed right on her neck.
Io gets the win. She is your new NXT Women's Champion. Confetti falls. What a great moment for Io Shirai, and a fantastic effort by all 3 women. Guys, Ness, let's start with you. This match.
Great match. Again, I like that. The first spot that you pointed out was the diving crossbody from the top of the house set. Of course, I was looking for a moonsault as well, but beggars can't be choosers. I take what I can get. I think the right person won, obviously. Rhea, she pretty much got catapulted with everything leading up to WrestleMania. Charlotte, the amazing, our queen. I'd bow if I wasn't already sitting down.
I'll
start you can do it for me. The biggest name in NXT right now, like literally, because she has so much fanfare around her with everything she's done for her whole career. So Io Shirai going over both of these 2 phenomenal ladies just catapults her into an even better spot. She's champ. She beat 2 of the top ladies in the NXT Women's division. So everything just led up to this point for her, and like I'm a big fan of Io Shirai, so I can't wait to see who she mixes it up with next. And she might even come back to have another match with Charlotte, because Charlotte or Rhea Ripley, and I wouldn't be opposed to that either. So I give this match 4.5. 4.5 stars.
I love this match. This was the best match of the night. Just all 4 ladies just really stepped up and delivered in the main event spot. Charlotte kind of being that anchor and kind of really driving the whole story of the matchup, being the dominant figure. Io just being her athletic, amazing self, proving why so many people consider her one of the best pound for pound wrestlers, male or female, in the world. Rhea Ripley, proving why she's considered one of the next big things in WWE. And these ladies just really delivered in the main event spot. I was very happy that they made the decision to make this the main event, because I think by far this was the match that everyone was looking forward to the most. And it was the matchup that was like, had the most assurance that it was going to be a great match. So I loved it. They delivered. I gave this 4.25 stars. All three ladies came out and delivered, and I was very happy Io Shirai is our new NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah, it was definitely the match of the night for me too. I like how it felt different. Triple threat matches, tend sometimes to get a little cluttery, and they feel like they're paced the same and they're built the same, but this one felt totally different. Once we got past a couple matches, I totally didn't even think about somebody jumping off the set. So I wasn't even expecting it wasn't even, which is good, and I wasn't even, when she did it, I was like, fuck a moonsault. She did it. You know what I mean? It was like, I was happy with just that. So obviously that's probably the spot of the night for me. And it was a great match. I'm glad that Io got the shine and she got the belt now. Let's see what she does with it. Rhea, see what's next with Rhea. She looks strong, of course, because she's been looking strong since before Mania. I mean, she's been looking strong since she won the UK Championship, in my opinion. Like, we know how Rhea Ripley is, so it's exciting. What's next for Charlotte? The road to 13, as Romeo would call it.
Goddamn right. How do you become a 16-time world champion? By losing at least 15 times.
Like Charlotte never has long title reigns now. It's just a title reign to add to the number.
After like 8, they were like, "Fuck it, you're only gonna hold it a few days," and then
I've learned
on with your life.
I have a couple of burning questions as far as these 3 women go. Christy already touched on it as usual. The Wednesday Night Warriors always in sync.
Oh, yes.
Io Shirai, there was all this rumors and talk of, I think her contract's coming up maybe. Maybe she wants to go back to Japan, and then maybe they were going to put the title on her or promote her to the main roster to get her sort of feeling like she's a part of the company and not thinking about that Japan crap. Got that going on. And then you also have Charlotte with NXT. How long does her run in NXT last? She's obviously in place to get a rematch here because she wasn't pinned or submitted in the result of this match. Guys, any thoughts on those 2 things?
I think it was probably like the right choice if you predicted Io Shirai to get the victory, because WWE, when anybody has a hint of they're about to lead the company, their go-to move is give them a title. Give them a title. We see, we care about you. We love you. We love you. Resign. Here's a contract. Resign it. Don't look at the terms. Do a Drake Maverick. Just sign it, please. So it was kind of predictable that Io Shirai was gonna win here. I think she has about a couple of more months on her deal, because I think she signed her deal in 2018, so that's probably like a 3-year deal, so it's gonna probably expire next year. So it was a good decision to put the title on her now, and then I can see her getting called up very soon. Like after she drops the title, I think she's gonna get called up to the main roster, and then they're gonna try to give her that big main roster money. So it's
Put her
gonna
on Raw with Asuka and Kyrie.
Yeah, who didn't see that coming? Who don't see that coming?
Absolutely. Maybe Io can keep Kyrie safe from Nia Jax. But as for Charlotte, I see her going back to Monday Night Raw. I think Asuka's gonna defeat Nia Jax at Backlash, and I think Charlotte's gonna be next in line. But
Charlotte Io title match.
I can see that on an episode of NXT.
All right, fellas, let's sum up this In Your House with our rundown and scoreboard. Match of the night. I had the main event. Does anyone disagree?
Nope.
I guess unanimous, sir.
Unanimous. MVP. Let's start with Ness.
The main event, all the ladies in the main event, those are my MVPs. Like the best match, kept me invested. The ending was great as well. So thumbs up all around for that.
I would have to give it to Io because, even though all the women in the main event do deserve it, Io was the winner. First time champion, NXT Women's Champion. She finally got her shining moment. So she's definitely the MVP of the night.
I'm going to go with Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross looked like he just punched his ticket to be a future NXT champion, and he was the person that looked the most impressive tonight.
I was going to go with Karrion Kross, but then I thought about it. I was like, he hardly worked tonight. It's only 6 minutes. So I am also going to go with all 3 women in the main event, but I'm going to put a little extra shining star next to Charlotte Flair's name. Because all that you don't go here garbage. You don't go here. She made here. And the whole reason for Charlotte Flair winning that NXT championship and going to NXT was for matches like this, for moments like this. She elevated both Rhea and Io. She gave them a hell of a match. I don't know if Io and Rhea can do that on their own, but you know that Charlotte's in there. She delivered a banger. I gave that match 4.25 stars. Wow. Great job by Charlotte. Everyone that said, you don't go here, why is she NXT champion? Apologize. All right, let me get off my soapbox.
I was like, any minute now.
I hate the fact that he just did that, but it's like, I can't disagree with anything he said, though. So it was like, I hate this guy.
That was one hell of a promo. One hell of a promo.
For every MVP, there's an LVP. Least valuable performer of the night. Ness?
Everybody in that opening tag match,
Wow.
6-woman tag match. Yeah, that thing was just. It was just. Yeah, they all get that shit. They can share the L.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna go in a weird direction. I'm gonna call Robert Stone LVP because my man was stroking the letter.
He was having a bender.
He looks like Bradley Cooper in the second Hangover on a 48-hour binger in Thailand, in Bangkok. I feel sorry for my guy, but yeah, he's the LVP for looking so dingy and dirty.
LVP, I am going to go with the Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream, even though, like I said earlier, this was his best performance since his return. This man got 101 opportunities at the NXT Championship and lost every time. Tonight, he had his type of matchup, the matchup that put the spotlight on him. Everybody makes the comparisons between him and Goldust. This was a backlot brawl, the matchup that Goldust created, and he had the opportunity. Creepy little bastard took away the rest of Undisputed Era, so it was one-on-one. Dream said, I can handle 4-on-1 in his promo on NXT, and he couldn't beat Adam Cole one-on-one. So, you are the LVP.
I almost die inside when me and SB3 agree. I almost die. Velveteen Dream, this whole feud with Adam Cole, you got fucking squashed. Adam Cole whooped your ass in this feud. And you better hope and pray that you are going up to the main roster, because if you have to stay in NXT, I don't know what's next for you. All right, scale of 1 to 10. You can use decimals, fellas. And I am going to go personally with a 7.3. This could have been much higher if Ciampa and Kross would have had an actual match. Ness?
I gave it a 7. 7 out of 10.
I'll give it a 7. Could have been a 7.5 to 8 if the opening match was a lot smoother.
I'm gonna go 7.5 out of 10. I would have given it 8. The opening match was very, very, very off. The Ciampa and Cross match was what I expected, but we could have got a little bit more from that. And the card had 2 great matches, 1 really good match, so I give it a 7.5.
What about if EO did an actual moonsault? Would that have bumped your score up?
7.8 if EO would have hit a moonsault. So if you enjoyed this pay-per-view roundtable, let us know your thoughts on the entire NXT Takeover in your house down below in the comments section. Give your MVP, your LVP, your match of the night, and your overall thoughts on the Takeover in your house show. Push the like button, give us a thumbs up, make sure we know that you enjoyed this pay-per-view roundtable, and of course push the subscribe button and the bell to stay notified for all the great content right here on True Hill Heat. So for the returning, the host of Ness ST, he is better, he's about to have the greatest review ever. This is RN Ness. Thank you for joining us once again. Anything you want to say to the fine people?
Well, one, thanks for you guys for having me. All the hard work you guys been doing is definitely paying off. I haven't been as consistent with everything going on in real life, but I've been definitely watching you guys taking off. The channel is doing so many more new, like, exciting segments, and the numbers just keep rising as far as the subscribers, man. You guys are definitely putting in work.
The road to 500.
What you mean 600? We're like 516.
Yeah, we at like 515 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are definitely putting in work, man. So
the road to 600.
Yeah, definitely the road to 600, man. So I definitely appreciate all the hard work you guys are doing and keeping everybody entertained, man. I'm definitely a fan of everything that's going on, because it's all original stuff. Like, nobody else is doing rewinds and, having people, giving people something to do, while we're suffering with the pandemic and everything. And, the wrestling world is such a big fandom. They have something else to enjoy. So definitely props to you guys for continuing and coming up with even more ideas.
Thank you, good brother Ness. And you could check out Ness on his playlist for Ness XT, all his past reviews of NXT. And when this whole craziness is over, I'm sure he will return once again.
I'm itching to get back to it. I'm like, yo, these guys are out here knocking it out the park, man. I feel like a bench player right now. I'm on the team, but I'm not doing anything. I'm not contributing.
Yeah, but definitely. Ness, you're Robert Ory, Ness. You're Robert Ory.
You're Robert. Clutch, bro.
He is the Lou Williams of True Hill Heat.
I'll be the sixth man. Hey, I'll be the sixth man. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it.
For the host of Wednesday Night Warriors, the lovely, the beautiful Mary Jane, the host of many other shows, Joints and Jabronis, Blunt Impact, Chris G, and of course the co-host of True Rewind, the connoisseur of all reporting, Romeo Anthony Colon. We look forward to the next episode of Wednesday Night Warriors, fellas.
By the way, we both went 4-2 tonight, so that's just the kind of war it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's a good start on opposite matches too, which makes things even better. And Joints and Jabronis coming out next weekend. Let's get it.
And it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. Once again, push the like button, subscribe for more, and we'll see you next time on True Hill Heat.